Hello, Joanne, Peterbrook. Good to see you again. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. How the hell are we? Everything's looking good for the sound. Good after a walk. Yay, love those walks. How's sound on your end? Good, good, good. Not good. Mild. Hello, hello. Welcome. Can you hear the music, Peterbrook? La musica. No music. Oh, it is awfully faint, isn't it? How about now? Yes. Okay. Is it louder than me? I don't know why. It's just so hard to tell from what I hear. Louder than me? Am I louder? Who's louder? Me or the music? It's quiet. Good morning, Joanne. Yay. 2 days in a row. How fun. Hello. Say hello. Where are you from? Welcome if you are one of our new friends we've never met. I am louder. Good. Because you know how I can get quiet sometimes when I'm doing readings. Welcome, say hello, say where you're from. How are you this fine 5th of December if you are not in the future, otherwise 6th of December. We are doing readings from the heart today. Everybody gets a chance at a reading, which we love. I have to find the wheel of names and clear it out. There we go. How are you two feeling after yesterday's journey? This is a new day for my lives. I've never done a Thursday, so this will be interesting to see who and what we get. Did I lose you guys? Peterbrook had an unexpected lesson with a student yesterday that picked you up. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Joanne says, I am fantastic. My butterfly is still hanging around. Yay, the butterfly brooch. For anyone who doesn't know what we're referencing, yesterday we had a beautiful Zoom event that we call the Celebrate Love Party. It's the first Wednesday of every month, and Peterbrook and Joanne were there, and it was lovely. Very meaningful, very deep, and very... It's funny, I want to use the word intimate because it really is, but it's not intimate in the way that the word intimate is used. It's very connected. It's very communal. It's fun to hang out. Well, what do we think will happen today? We don't know. Personal. Oh, I love that. Yes. It's very personal, and the energy journeys are incredibly transformative. I've been describing them as meaningful transformation. So it looks like we might... I am feeling uplifted. I have a lot of question marks. I'm feeling doubtful about going to the Canaries right off the bat. Oh, the Council of Seven was so helpful. I might want to take to just calling them the Seven, because there's somebody else there's a couple people who channel councils. I'm not sure if I want to get mixed mixed and confused with that. But yes, the Council of Seven were incredibly helpful and very, very loving. Yeah, so today I'm feeling good. I'm feeling I'm lifted, I'm feeling positive, I'm feeling hopeful, and I'm not stressed. What's the opposite of stressed? I'm feeling easeful, but I can also feel all these question marks of not knowing where I'm living in 2 weeks. So the Magnificent, well, they named themselves, so that's, you know, I can't change the name on them. Did I tell you about the walk I went on when I was in Utah and I asked them whether I should call them the Council or call them the Circle? And they said, well, Council is more appropriate because the word conveys kind of who and what they are, and then it also has more meaning in terms of their message and their purpose. So, but who knows? Maybe we'll go back to the Circle, or maybe we'll go to the Seven, or whatever. Hello and welcome. Say hi if you're just getting in. Where are you from? Are you new to us? We usually have some chit chat for the first 10 to 15 minutes to allow folks time to come in, and then we're going to do readings. The Magnificent Seven. Wasn't that a show or a movie? It's really weird to have been sitting and being able to see and hear you guys talk yesterday, and now just for you to type. It's so weird. It's just the disposition between the two. So funny. That is a great question, Joanne. Maybe you can ask them. The Seven. Jack, you made it. Welcome, Jack. Hi, Nina. I'm just calling off names from the bubbles. I guess we'll have a small group to start. That's fun. Is it anyone's first time? I should probably give the explanation anyways for anyone watching the video, the replay down the road. So, hello, welcome. My name is Greg Phillips. I'm a heart wisdom guide and a channeler, and I also conduct or lead people on what we call sacred energy journeys or heart wisdom journeys. My whole role and purpose and mission is to guide people into the depths of their heart so that they can experience meaningful transformation and live the life of their choosing. Which reminds me, I have a new game for us, which I'm going to talk about later. But I have to make sure I take this out. So you guys are going to get a sneak peek at this new game. For anyone who doesn't know what I mean by game, it's an exercise, a tool, a practice, if you will. But I borrow Abraham Hicks terminology and call them games because I think that game conveys the essence and the spirit in which these different tools and practices should be used, with the spirit of a game, spirit of playfulness, playful curiosity. So it's a new game. It is called the Immediate Self-Authorization Mantra Game. It just came to me this morning. I'm very excited about it. I'll have to make a recording. Hello, Gary. Welcome to you. So what we do here on Readings from the Heart, everybody has a chance at a reading. I put everybody's name who wants a reading into a wheel, and we spin it, and we let the universe call on whoever is supposed to get the reading next. And that's how we roll. So even if folks come in late, they have a chance at a reading. Gary, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Philippa, hello. Good to see you too. Your bubble doesn't show up. Let's start taking names. It's Buddha. Who else would like a reading? I've got Philippa. Who else? I don't think we have anyone who's new yet, or maybe they're shy to say that they're new. But if you are new, please feel free to say hello. Tell us where you're from. Tell us how you're feeling. Peanut butter. Joanne. That's so funny because I already wrote your two guys' names down and then I just erased them and had to rewrite them. That's so funny. Gary, are you driving again? I need a lot of water today. Philippa, Jamie, Peterbrook, and Joanne are on the list. Who else? Who else do we have? 12 people. Not a lot right now, but we don't care because we have fun regardless. Thank you so much, Joanne and Peterbrook, for your donations yesterday from the party. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I got paid today. I got my first paycheck from the new job. Yay! It was so nice. It goes right into my bank. You might be able to participate, Gary. Would you like to be on the name on the list for the wheel? Otherwise, I'm going to shuffle it and spin because we're going to get started. Okay. You don't need to be. Here we go. Let's see who it picks. I miss having two monitors. Philippa, you are the first lucky winner from the Wheel of Good Guidance. How can I be of assistance today? Oh, if you're going to be back. Yay, Philippa. Oh, wait. Before you even type or write your question, let's drop in real quick. It's always good to tap in, drop into our hearts. So, my friends, I invite you to place your feet flat on the floor, close your eyes gently, and we're going to use this new technique I do for the mini journeys. Just place your, whichever hand is comfortable. Actually, I need to do the right hand. Right on your chest, right on your beautiful heart chakra. And begin gently tapping or patting your heart, kind of like you're reassuring it, you're comforting it. You're acknowledging that it is there. And then slowly repeat after me. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. I am here. I am here. I am here right now. Whatever guidance you are seeking today, make sure that you invite your heart into this process of forming your question. It's so valuable for us to practice recognizing when what we are seeking is coming purely from our mind versus including our heart in the process, or purely from our heart. And just take a moment and ask your heart, what is it that I am truly seeking today? What question will be of my highest and greatest good that I need to know? All right, and go ahead. Philippa says, any wisdom re my new job. Uluru, Central Australia, then India from December 23rd for 1 month. Ooh, what's Uluru? Is that the name of a place in Central Australia? Oh, neat. So you're traveling. Ayers Rock? Ooh. Ooh. You know the place, huh, Peterbrook? Cool. All right, let's see. Any wisdom re my new job? Uluru, Central Australia, then India from 23rd December for 1 month. Okay. I think I understand that correctly. So, Philippa, you're traveling on the 23rd to India? Guess I just need a little bit of clarity. Okay. So all right. So you're going to be in India for a month. Okay. Let's see. Dear guides and counsels. Well, I'm seeing a lot of flashing lights that make me think of fireworks. Kind of like flashing lights, and the way the lights of fireworks will flash in the sky, and it'll be bright and then go dark and go bright and then go dim. Let me see if they have anything specific for you about this. It is the energy associated with these lights is very celebratory, and there's a real expansive quality. Like a light exhibition, or like what you see like the shows when they have the big beams of light going up the sky from the huge colored spotlights. Just sort of, that's kind of what I'm getting in the skies. Let me see what the council has to say about this. This trip is indeed very expansive for you, dear Philippa. This is an opportunity for you to get out of your normal way of doing things, your normal day in and day out as you go throughout your particular days of your life. And so while you are in India, we encourage you, we invite you, we suggest strongly that you keep an open heart and that you keep an open mind. Be as if you wish, be as though a child walking through a candy store, for there are many incredible sights and sounds and experiences that can be available to you. And indeed, you will have your days set out mostly for the work that you have to do. But our primary purpose for inviting you to have this childlike approach is because the energies in India are very unique and specific for you. This is an opportunity for you to tap into those energies that you feel most connected with while you are there. Perhaps while you are there, you will wish to visit a particular location, not necessarily tourist, but a particular location, spiritual or otherwise, cultural perhaps, that inspires you. And you may have moments of doubt about going to visit these places. Do make sure that you research them so that your mind itself can be at ease as you evaluate whether you wish to go to these. But more importantly, listen to your heart, my dear. Listen to your level of excitement. Listen to the level of perceived or possible joy that you may gain or receive from going and visiting these particular locations. And they can be quite simple. They do not have to necessarily be a temple or the Taj Mahal, for example, or anything really huge like that. It can simply be perhaps a small building that has a long history, a significance on a historical or cultural level. It could even indeed be a restaurant that a coworker or someone where you're staying has raved about and highly recommended. Just listen in and do your best, my dear, to make decisions from your heart. And again, the way to do that is to feel into the perceived amount of joy or the level of excitement that you think will come from doing a particular activity. By no means pressure yourself to have to do all sorts of different things. If you wish to just stay in wherever you are going to be sleeping and staying for that month, if you wish to just stay in and order out or whatever, this is all good. But as you go through with a brand new location for a month and a brand new routine, we feel that this is an opportunity for you to be more deliberate about listening to your heart rather than walking through your day in a more this is what I do now and this is what I do next and this is what I do after that sort of way. Just building in a little bit more, what do I want to do now kind of questioning. And you may not get an answer, and that is fine. Or you might get 2 answers, and that is fine as well. You can always flip a coin, and then, as Bashar says, if you flip a coin and you say, oh, I didn't really want answer A, I wanted to do answer B, well, then you have your clarity. So there you have it. We hope that this is of use to you. Does this make sense? India is a hard call. Yeah. Oh, are you? Oh, okay. You want to go visit a Tibetan Buddhist pilgrimage? Very cool. Or go on a pilgrimage. Very nice. What are you going to be doing for work while you're there? I'm very, very curious. The point that the council's making is the energies are very strong for you there. Oh, it's not a job. Wait, huh? I'm confused. You said you have your next job. A 1-month pilgrimage. Oh, okay. Well, then you're following your heart already. Yes, so while you're there, the suggestion from the council, Uluru is job? I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the word Uluru means. Oh, you're a psychologist. Oh, Uluru is where your job is. Oh, okay. So you're going on a pilgrimage. Okay. So you're not working. Fine. Listen to your heart while you're there, my dear. That's the main message. Listen to your heart. Ask it. Engage with it. Connect with it. Don't make any assumptions. Don't listen to when your head is running the show. Listen to when your head is running the show. And while you're there, as many moments as you can through the day, ask your heart, what do I want next? Even right down to whether it's a nap or food or whatever. So, I hope the pilgrimage is lovely. Yeah, I think that will be incredible too. Would anyone else like to get on the list for readings before I spin the wheel again? Hey Sherry, welcome. Good to see you. You're welcome, Philippa. Appreciate your asking. All right, Sherry, let's add you on. Oops. Anybody else? Everybody has a chance at a reading. So you are welcome to get on the wheel at any time. All right, give it a spin. Shuffling. Gotta spell Sherry's name right. And there we go. Yay! The next lucky winner is Gary. Hello, my friend. I'm glad you're not driving. You get to ask a question. How can I be of assistance? What guidance do you seek today, Gary? Is Nina here? Hello, Nina. Yay, Gary. Hi, Linda. Hello to you. Stick around to the end, my friends. I have a new game for everybody that I'm going to explain at the end of today's session. Is Erica here too? Hi, Erica. We missed you yesterday. Hi, Nina. Good to see you. God, I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been? Gary asks, why do I allow myself to get caught in so many negative thought loops? That, Gary, is one of the most vulnerable and honest questions that you could probably ever ask yourself or anybody else. Really, very, very true. All right. Hello, Heather. Welcome. That's so good to see everybody. Oh, that's okay, Erica. Oh, that's all right. Well, at least you got the recording. There's really no reason for it. There is a reason for it, Gary, and we are about to find out. And what your question is quite possibly resonant and relevant for many, many of us. So let's see. I think this is one to ask the council. I have my own opinions about this, but I think that the council will know best on this. All right. Their guides and councils. Hi, dear Gary. You were very, very precise in the way in which you phrased your question, and we greatly appreciate that. For the phrasing of your question shows a depth of awareness. For you mentioned that you are allowing yourself to get caught in negative thinking loops. So we are emphasizing those three words for a particular reason. Allowing, caught, and loops. So why are these important? First off, the loop. We want to clarify that this is a slight misperception. For as you are, one moment, you perceive it as a loop because you are seeing it and feeling the effects of the patterns of thought, and they seem to be repeating. And this may be why you were saying there's simply no reason for it. But the repetition is actually not a loop. So you are actually not caught, my friend. For what is happening is that every time you go around, quote unquote, this loop, every time you go around this circle, you are actually finding a little bit of a new perspective. Maybe not necessarily each time you go around, but after at least a couple times around. And then you slightly break out and begin again. And then, unfortunately, as you are expressing, you are getting looped back. Now, what's going on is this is the very process of discerning the vibrational flow of your thoughts. And the reason that you are getting quote unquote caught in the quote unquote loops, which are actually a continual loop-de-loop, if you will, a continual corkscrew, sort of. It's not even really sideways. It's more like this because there is extra dimension to it. So if you get this motion that we are doing with the finger, it is much more shaped like a corkscrew, because while it may feel you are looping and getting caught, you are indeed making progress, my friend. So let us explain this a little bit further. As you are engaging in, and we do say engaging in, and you use the word allowing, it's pretty much the same, but the first thing that you must be aware of, and this is true for all people in attendance today, the first thing that you must be aware of is that when you are aware of what you are thinking, you are choosing to think it. Very, very important, my friends, that you come to grips with understanding this very important fact. For if something was habitual, or if you had a tendency, it usually means you are not aware of it. But the minute you are aware of what you are doing, you are no longer in habit, you are no longer in tendency, you are no longer a victim, you are choosing. So the real question is, why are you choosing to continue to engage in these thoughts? Well, the answer is very simple, and that is because you are striving for, one second, you are striving, indeed you have the deep-seated intention to expand and grow as a soul and as an individual. However, there are outdated, borrowed beliefs and patterns of thinking, definitions of how things should be, that are in conflict with the direction that you are wanting to go, vibrationally speaking. So, let us see if we have a good example. Okay, this comes to mind. Let us say that you are currently single and you are considering reaching out and to begin the world of dating again in your life. And as you consider this, and this could be true of any topic, my friends, so just take this as an example for the moment. This may or may not be immediately directly relevant, but as you are considering this, you are beginning to feel some excitement over the possibilities and the potentialities there, because in your heart you would like to have a companionship, or you would like to have physical intimacy, or you would like to have a full committed relationship. Whatever the desired end result and goal, however you quantify it, label it, is immaterial. It is something that you are wishing to experience in your life. And yet, as you begin to feel excited and interested in exploring this new venture, this new avenue in your life, you immediately begin to think of aspects of yourself or aspects of your life in which you think that you might be rejected for those things. For example, my ears are too big, my beard is too scruffy, I'm not tall enough, I don't make enough money, I don't have enough experience with relationships, etc., etc. And so this then pulls your vibration down. So this is what is creating the looping feeling. And the path out of it is a very courageous path, because it requires that you actually dive deep and take a look at what beliefs and thoughts and definitions are creating this negative pull downwards. And you know when this is happening the minute you start to feel a weightiness or a heaviness, a weighed down quality in relation to something you're thinking about. And when you are feeling that weightedness, that weighed down, that heaviness in association with something that you are interested, excited, and wanting, that is a clear indicator that you have beliefs about that topic or about yourself or about whatever, but related to that topic, that are in your way. And you see, the 3D mind, the physical mind, the ego, some call it the inner child, is incapable of seeing the entirety of the big picture of your life. They can only see what is immediately in front of them. And unfortunately, because they live on various data points, they have gathered, they're much like the database of a computer. They have gathered all these different data points throughout your life, and they're the only reference points that the mind has available to it. So if you have not replaced those data points, perhaps a belief or an observation you made of your parents or of others having relationships, in this particular example, formed a belief, and you have just sort of walked through life with this belief and not actually having said, is this truly what I believe? So when you are unconsciously operating in this way, that is where a lot of trauma can come from in the past. But when you are aware of what you are doing, it is really the time and the opportunity, our dear friend, it is the time and the opportunity to pause and ask yourself, what am I believing that causes me to feel the negativity? And be honest, be true, be patient. Leave space to find out what it is. Continue to investigate it without judgment, without creating new stories, without any massive analysis or any getting into the past or the future, for it does not matter where the belief came from. It is absolutely irrelevant what memory it's associated with, what time period it came from, for you are experiencing that belief right now in the moment, right in the here and the now, in the present, and that is all that matters, for that is all there is. There is only the now. There is no other time. So when you are facing and inquiring and investigating these beliefs, it's active right now, and it's making you feel miserable. And so when you can really dig deep and get clear and get honest with yourself about them, the minute you shine light on that belief, it might squirm a bit, it might resist investigation, but you will know that you have found it, because you will begin to feel freer, you'll begin to feel lighter, you will begin to feel even just an iota worth of relief. And then you can be, aha, there you are, you little scoundrel, you little Grinch, or whatever you want to call it, gremlin. And then you simply must stop and ask yourself a second question. Am I willing to believe differently? And therein lies your salvation and the beginning of your freedom. For some of the beliefs that you cultivate as humans do become quite deep-seated. There are a lot of times in which you are living through your life and you are unconsciously operating from a belief that you just don't know about. But the minute you get clear about what that belief is, you begin to see how absolutely silly it is for who you are today. Now, that's not to say that that belief may have been of great need and service to you at a prior time or from a prior experience, but you are a brand new person every single day. You are a completely changed individual from the moment you first stepped into this live stream, indeed from the moment in which you first formed that belief. And this is another reason why when the belief was formed is quite irrelevant. Sometimes it is the mind that is curious about the when and the why, but truly the only thing you really need to do is identify it and then drop it. Let it go. Be willing to believe differently. You do not need to know what belief to replace that with, but you can simply just be willing, and that creates a spaciousness in your heart and in your mind, room for a new belief to form. And once you have let go of the old belief and are beginning to feel lighter, your vibration and frequency will raise, and you will then have access to new forms of thought, new perspectives, new insights, and new ideas from which you can form this new belief. And then you are in your power, because you can say, this is what I want to believe. I want to believe this about myself. I want to believe that it's great being my height. I love my scruffy beard, and I would only ever want to be with somebody who loves my scruffy beard, to use our relationship example. We hope that this makes sense. This is truly the essence of the work that must be done at this time period on planet Earth. And we say this to all of you that are present right now, because this, as our friend Bashar has said very frequently, this is the time of choosing. My friends, we are in the process, every single human on the planet is in the process of seeing every single potential option and choice for how to think and what to choose to believe in. And so every one of these experiences, when you are having this loop-de-loop, this corkscrew effect of beliefs and how you are wishing and wanting and hoping to feel, this is where, how do you say it, the rubber meets the road, when you are choosing between fear and love. And it is really that simple. Your old beliefs, your egoic mind, your physical mind wish to keep you in the physical. And in the physical, data points matter. In the physical, fear is what drives everything these days. But this is not where you are wanting to live, for you would not even be on this app or in this live stream were you not wanting to live more and more from your hearts, our friends, more and more from your hearts. Well, this very process of letting go and leaving space for new beliefs is truly a vital and essential process at this time. Now, there will come a point at which you will not have to do as much deep digging. We know that this can feel like work. This can feel like difficult when you're not used to doing it. But we assure you, and we guarantee you, that the more you practice this way of looking at these things, the more freedom you will experience. And as you free yourself from the slavery of your old beliefs, you will then be able to intentionally, consciously, with determination, conviction, courage, and knowing, the deep knowing of your heart space, you will begin to be able to pursue the life of your choosing. We do not say the life of your dreams, because your power lies in your choosing. So we realize this was a very long explanation. We will allow Greg to take a look and see if you have any other questions. Does this make sense, Gary? Do you have any need for clarification, buddy? Well, they really went somewhere with you on that, or with all of us, really. There's a pretty hefty explanation of that stuff. Very good. Are you complete then, my friend? We will add more names. I see. Yeah. Who else is there? Hey, Danny. Good to see you, buddy. Wow. I haven't seen Danny in ages. Awesome. Does anyone else want to get on the wheel, on the list for a reading before I spin again? Thank you so much for being here today, everybody. This is a brand new day for me, Thursdays. I've never done it before. You're welcome, Gary. It's a great question. I could feel the council had this very, how do I describe it? I don't know what you guys were feeling, but as it was streaming through me, I can't call it insistence. It was almost like there was like one river of words and another stream or river of energy, and it felt like they were energetically tying the words into our hearts and then really like pushing a lot of energy through it. I don't know if anybody felt anything, but that there was such a deep intentionality and a strength to what they were saying. So it'd be interesting to rewatch that. Oh, good, Danny. It's nice to have you back. I'm no longer your neighbor. Sorry, I'm in Colorado. Had to had to relocate. I don't even know what you call it. Anyways, who else wants to get on the list for a reading before I spin again? Aaron, I'd love to put you on. There we go. Anyone else? Erica. Anybody can have a reading. Everybody has a chance because it's a wheel that spins and randomly picks us. So, Aaron, you look like my friend and fellow teacher, Jackie Mancuso. Slightly. Heather, yes, indeed. Let's put you on the list. Anybody else? If you've just recently come in, which I think a lot of people have while I was channeling, my name is Greg Phillips. I am a heart wisdom guide. I'm here to guide people into the depths of their hearts so that they can experience meaningful transformation and live the life of their choosing. And I do that through different things. I do it for readings, energetic journeys, channeling, energy healing, etc. and etc. Heather, Patty, yes, let's put Patty on the list. Hey, Kiana, how are you, my friend? Kay would like to be on the list. Kiana, it's good to see you, dear. How are you? I'm really good, yeah. Lots of change coming up again. I have to relocate by the 20th once again and don't know where I'm going yet. I have some ideas and intentions, but nothing clear yet. So yeah, it's always good to see you, have you with us. All right, let me see, make sure I got everybody. Patty, Kay, Kiana. Miss anybody? Heather, Erica, and Aaron got added. Okay, good. I do, Heather. Thanks for bringing that up. I have lots of different ways to be followed. Thanks, Kay. Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? Yeah, so you can go to my teacher link, which is up here at the top, yaygreg.com. That has all my links for everything. If you're a person who likes social networking, everything I use is up there. It also is how you can find all the replays for my live streams. I use my YouTube to put up replays. And if you would like to really stay in touch, but also more deeply connect with our community, I invite you to sign up for my newsletter. This is a weekly newsletter. It's been so much fun since I started it. And everybody gets a freebie, not a freebie, how do I call this? Oh, every week I put out an inspirational message, my full schedule, and a simple recording. Lately it's been a micro journey, although I think it might be different when I do it tomorrow. And then every month, newsletter subscribers get to ask questions of the council. It could be anything. It could be about a life concept. It could be for a friend. It could be for yourself. It doesn't have to be personal. It could be about It could be about space and time or whatever, because they'll talk about anything. And then every month at the end, I record a video that's just for newsletter members. And it's like a cool monthly freebie. That is the freebie. That's where mine was going. So, oh no, I don't like woofing. Yeah, I do know about woofing though. A friend of mine has been doing it for a while. So, it's canaries, but I may not be able to go right away, Nina. So, canaries is where I ultimately want to go. But yeah. Thank you, Nina. You're so sweet. All right. Let us go back to reading. So yes, Heather, go check out my links if you want that. Thank you for asking. All right, we're going to spin the wheel. You're welcome. It's funny you use the word soar, Nina. I'm actually thinking of making that, like when I do form an actual corporation or LLC, I'm thinking of using the word soar in it. It's so funny. One-way ticket? Yeah. Aaron, you're next. You are the next lucky winner from the Wheel of Good Guidance. How can I be of assistance to you today? What guidance do you seek? You're welcome. Yeah, I know that wherever I go will be just right. Just perfect for me. I'm hoping I get an invitation to stay with somebody, but otherwise I'll have to pick my own location. In terms of schedule, I only have one more live scheduled, and that is this one. Oops, where is it? I gotta put my arm this way. December 12th at 2 p.m. It's another Thursday. It's next Thursday, basically. We're going to be doing Spirit and Soul sessions. If you're new to me, Spirit and Soul sessions are basically what we call sacred energy journeys. We go either on a spirit walk or a soul journey. Spirit walk is where we go into our hearts on an energetic journey to meet with our spirit guides, to gain their guidance or just bask in their love and support. And a soul journey is where we do the same thing. We go into our hearts and we go to meet a lost soul fragment, a part of ourselves that we have tucked away for safekeeping that maybe occurred during a difficult or challenging time, and that we're now ready to go meet and embrace and maybe even reintegrate. It's akin to shadow work, a soul journey is, but it is much more loving and bright. So Aaron says, oh, Erica, really? Oh, well, we'll talk then, because hell, I'm in Fort Collins right now. That would be easy. I will talk to you. I'll call you. Thank you, Erica. That's so sweet. That's wild. Okay, Aaron says, I'm looking for purpose in life for myself. I need a shift. Indeed, Kay. Everything is already worked out. I know this. I don't know the details, and that's why I'm not stressing. I need to know the details. Source is handling it. Okay, Aaron. Tell me a little bit more about, let's see, looking for purpose in my life for myself. I need a shift. Tell me a little bit more about that. Give us a little bit more there, love, and we'll see. I already feel an answer for you forming. I give all my time to others and rarely take care of myself first. I'm feeling sad that I have lost my connection to me. Who else can relate to this, my friends? Raise your hand in the comments or say I can relate or whatever feels right to say. This is, yeah. You're not alone in this, Aaron. This is very common. I can feel your heart's sadness with that. Beautiful. Oh, my friend. Okay. Yep, I can feel that answer coming through. Dear guides and counsels. Dear Aaron, yes, we honor and we recognize how you are feeling in this moment, and we want you to understand that this feeling, although it may be feeling incredibly rich in this very present moment, this is not permanent. You are not scarred or broken. There is nothing wrong with you. It's simply what is happening is that you are recognizing that through the feeling of the fear, it is an opportunity to recognize that the way that you are focusing on yourself and your life, the way in which you are using your thoughts and your mind, and even indeed, as we spoke to our dear friend Gary earlier, even in the belief systems and thoughts and definitions that you carry, that they are not in alignment with your highest and best, with your higher self, with who you truly are. And you are feeling this lack of connection and this sadness because you know on some level that there is much more to this life for you than what you were experiencing. Now, we heard a very interesting quote earlier. We're going to allow Greg to pull it up. Oh, this is interesting. I've never done this before. 1 second. I kind of in between places. This is weird. Yes, this is very real. It's so weird. I can still feel them there. Okay, so bear with me. I've never done this before. This is a weird adjustment. Okay, so my dear friend who I'm staying with here was reading a book, and she told me one of the lines, and this is what is really coming up strongly for you right now, Aaron. And so this line is related to relationships, and it says, "We are telling you you must give this to yourself in order to be able to receive it from another in a true way. You can share, but you cannot use somebody else's frequency to build up a deficit in your own. This is more like an unhealthy need, an unhealthy relationship, and a dependent one than one that is born, in fact, in love and in congruence." So this, okay, so they're wanting to tuck in. So, all right, 1 sec. We had Greg read this particular line because this is exactly and presently very true for what you are going through right now, Aaron. For you are in fact looking for your answers outside of yourself. You are looking, when you are giving to others, yes, you may feel as though you were doing it from love, but your current dynamic is not one from love. For this is why the disconnection and the sad feelings are occurring. When you come from love and service to others, there is nothing but expansion, joy, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of alignment. When you are giving to others and you are not feeling that, my friends, be very clear about this. You are seeking outside of yourself that for which you must seek inside. This particular line comes from a book by a fellow channel named Paul Selig, a brilliant and beautiful person who, in the book, he's talking about relationships. He's talking, his guides, in fact, are coming through. He is not the one actually who wrote the book. His guides wrote the book, just to be clear. So what they are saying is that when you are feeling a frequency deficit, a vibrational lack, a vibrational deficit, a energetic dullness or a heaviness or a weightiness, you cannot find that from others. No amount of giving to others, no amount of seeking from others, and by others we don't just mean people, we also mean persons, places, and things in totality, behaviors, actions, endeavors. So you cannot find what you are looking for except by looking into yourself. And so the other very important thing about this, dear Aaron, is that part of how you hold 1 second. Wow, there's so much coming through right now. Part of why you are feeling so sad and disconnected is because you have not remembered yet, or perhaps you have remembered at times and forgotten the true essence and nature of connection. You can never be completely disconnected from Source. And since you are a part of Source, an extension of Source, and therefore are of Source, you can never truly be disconnected from yourself. For you are always, in every moment, 100% purely you, without deficiencies. The feeling of disconnection, the feeling of sadness that is generating from it, is coming from the misperception that you are separated from all that is, for you are not. And it is also coming from the unremembering, the forgetting, if you will, that you have control, you have the ability to control the level of your connection to Source at all times. And if you have not learned how to do this yet, we understand, we honor, but there are many different ways to reestablish the feeling of connection, to grow it, to expand it. However, we offer this as a caveat. It is part and parcel of the design of life that your connection will ebb and flow in your experience of it. Your connection doesn't really ebb and flow. Your experience of the connection ebbs and flows because you are human and your thoughts ebb and flow. Your feelings ebb and flow. This is by design. This is how you grow. This is how your soul learns. So what is your purpose in life? Your purpose in life is to experience life to the fullest. Now, this may sound a bit glib to you, but this very feeling that you are experiencing, this very perception of disconnection, is part of the purpose of life. You are here to experience this so that your soul may grow and expand. Your purpose does not lie in other individuals. No amount of giving that you can do will fulfill your sense of purpose. That must come from inside you first. And some folks have realized that their presence on the planet is simply for the purpose to enjoy it as much as they can. To enjoy, embrace, accept, allow every single experience as much as they can, because they recognize that this is where the richness of life comes from. The struggle that humans often have over what is my purpose, and this is something we truly understand, for we have witnessed this quite a lot in many different individuals, including Greg himself. But the big driving question that humans usually tend to have is coming about purpose, is coming from a very linear perspective. I am here and I'm supposed to be there. That's not how it works. You are here and you are always 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 here. So how do you choose to live in the now? That truly is the question that will lead you to a sense of purpose. There is no particular purpose, but there is the sense of purpose, the purposefulness. It is really truly tied to the feeling of fulfillment. And again, we loop back to the concept that you cannot fill yourself with someone else's vibration and someone else's energy. Yes, you may mingle with their energy, you may share energy with them, but you must look inward and to fuel the flames of your own connection. We hope that this is helpful to you? Do you have any questions about that, Aaron? Was that, yes, it was helpful? Oh, good. Okay. Do you need anything else from that? Are you complete? This is a really beautiful question. This is really weird for me too, with the way they sort of split time. If I don't do mediumship, no. At least not right now. Who knows what's going to happen? I didn't know if I knew I was a channel for Source when I started a year ago on Insight Timer. I had no idea that a group was going to come to me. I'm happy they did. I really love the council, and they love all of us, and they love all of you. Hello, Allison. Big hugs to you. We missed you yesterday at the party. Hope you're well. All right, Aaron, you're complete. Thank you, dear. Really beautiful question. Really, really powerful. Oh, and thank you, Kat. She says, so beautiful to witness. I appreciate you too, Aaron. You're doing great, sweetheart. They had, how do I explain this? It was interesting because the council wasn't exactly pussyfooting around with you, if you know what I mean. They weren't mincing words. They were very direct, but the entire time there was this incredible sense of reassurance, of like this beautiful, loving, comforting energy of just like, you're fine, you're well, you are all is well, all is well, all is well. And it really is just, it's just your thinking that is throwing you off from seeing that all is well. It's so beautiful. Yesterday we had our monthly, first Wednesday of the month, we have a Celebrate Love Party. You can check it out at my teacher link. It's every first Wednesday, which, by the way, this next Celebrate Love Party, this is a Zoom event, by the way, which is so beautiful. It is literally January 1st is the next one. So what an amazing way to start the new year, but to celebrate love and to go on an energetic journey with our spiritual friends here. So yeah. So anyways, the council was really, it was like they were holding you in a big hug, but also talking really firmly to you, because your heart is fine, Aaron. Your mind is just getting in the way. Your mind is running the show, and that's why you feel so bad right now. But feeling bad doesn't mean you are bad. Don't over-identify with the feelings. Feelings are super important. They're like one of our superpowers. But we don't want to over-identify with anything necessarily, because then we're creating beliefs that aren't necessarily what we want to believe in, right? You're not a sad individual. You're just feeling sad right now. You're feeling disconnected. You're not a disconnected person. You're just experiencing disconnection in this moment. However, that is shifting. Even as the council was talking to you, I could feel it shifting. So, all is well. You're doing great. Well, then Aaron's answer was good for you too, Florin. That's exactly how it feels. There you go, Aaron. Really beautiful. You are welcome. All right, who else wants to get on the list? We've got time for maybe, well, it depends on how long it goes. We can do at least one more, maybe two. Anybody else want to get on the list for the reading? Thank you so much. If anyone feels so inspired, or if they are finding great value in what the council or I are sharing today, or just spending time together, I invite you to donate. I would love to see your donation. Do it if it feels like right from your heart. If you feel inspired to support my work in the world, I will celebrate you sharing your abundance with me. If you're on Apple and you don't want to go through all that whole 30% thing, go to my teacher's link. I have alternate forms of donation there, which is specifically set up for folks like that. Florin is not inspired yet. Well, that happens, Florin. Yes, look at all the support you're getting from everybody else in the room. I love that. All right, we're going to spin the wheel again. Thank you for your deep asking, Aaron. Really appreciate it. Oh, Kat, yes, I'll put you on. Good timing. I was almost going to spin. Anyone else like to get a reading, or at least on the list? No guarantee. We'll see what the universe picks. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Where are you from? I'm glad to see it's your first time. Everybody give Karen a warm hello. El Cat, it's your first time too? I thought I recognized your name from somewhere. Welcome, welcome. So good to have you here, Louisiana. I haven't been there in ages. I went to New Orleans once for a conference. All right, I'm going to spin the wheel and see who gets next. Galway. Hi, Mary Pat. Nice to meet you. Joanne is the next winner from the Wheel of Good Guidance. Yay, Joanne. Florin from Romania. I've never been there. Always wanted to check it out. Yay, Joanne. Oh, I have to make sure to leave time for the new practice exercise game that I have to give you guys. It came through this morning, just like insistently from source, and I think it'll be very powerful for everybody. Yay, Joanne. Florin, I invite you to close your eyes, put your feet flat on the floor, and just listen to whatever is about to come next. Allow your mind to be at ease and trust that source will bring you what you need to know. Linda, you had thunder snow? Gosh, I haven't seen that in ages. That does sound wild. Did we lose Joanne? Where'd she go? Good, do that. Japanese flute. That's your first. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, it's a thing, Peterbrook. Thunder snow. I don't remember what causes it, but it's when there's thunder while it's snowing. Oh, you watched it from your Ring camera. That's funny, Linda. What? There's Joanne. Wow, blessed. My body keeps kicking me just as I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. What more can I do to? Joanne, you are finishing the sentence. I can feel it. Heather has seen thunder snow. It looks like, is it me or does it looks like Joanne's last sentence got cut off? What more can I do to? To help me stay positive and for my damn body to behave. Well, there's your clue, my friend. You are invalidating your body. Yes, indeed. Your words are revealing that you have an expectation and a definition for your body that is not matching what your body is currently doing. And I totally understand how frustrating that is. I get how discouraging it is. Just let it go, Florin. There's no need to be inspired or not. Just be present, hang out with us, enjoy the energy if you wish. It's nice to have you here. All right, Joanne, I'm gonna go talk to the council and see what they say, but makes you want to give up. Yeah. No light at the end of the tunnel, totally, which is really fascinating. So you're going through, let me just read again how you said it. My body keeps kicking me just as I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. What more can I do to help me stay positive and for my damn body to behave? Have you had a good cry? I'm sure you have. That's what I end up doing when I get that stressed. All right. guides and counsels. Our dear Joanne, our dear Joanne, we understand, we honor, and we acknowledge the frustration, the level of discouragement, and the level of perception of a lack of progress. This is your mind at work that is perceiving all these things. For indeed, as in direct relation to what we have discussed yesterday with you all, there is no tunnel. The light exists in the now. The light always exists in the now. The light is here and ever present in every single moment of every single day, for it is only and ever only present in the now. We understand and recognize the euphemism that you use, the light, or the phrasing, the light at the end of the tunnel. You must understand that these words are conveying your own pattern of thinking. You have set up and defined in your mind a tunnel. You have set up and defined in your mind an end, at which point all will be free again. And the minute you have defined that, regardless of where or when that came from, the minute you defined that, you made yourself not okay in the moment. And you continue to perpetuate that by focusing on, or even thinking, even if it is not a persistent focus, even thinking that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. My dear, turn the light off, leave the tunnel with the light, and then turn the light back on. And observe, simply observe what is. We understand the frustration, we honor the discouragement, we honor the despair, we honor the stress. Your body is calling you into the present ever more firmly when it does this, because your mind is busy getting ahead of itself. So it is not your body that is causing the discouragement, it is your mind. For your body knows exactly what's going on with itself right now. Your body is simply responding as it was designed to your focus and to your thinking. For your body, your cells are pure positive energy just like you are, but they do not think on their own. They respond in reflection to what you think. And so as you spend time in these tunnel-like moments, you are basically invalidating your body. It's like taking out each individual cell and saying, you suck. You're bad. I hate you. And then the body, because the cells do not think for themselves, the body simply responds to that. Oh, that must be what we are. We must be bad. We must suck. We must be hateful. And so they hate. They pain. They hurt. Many of us have come into this lifetime with a particular agreement and contracts that we've made. This has, let me see if we can your agreement essentially was that at a certain point in your life, your entire spectrum would get yanked out of place by your body. And in learning how to be with this, learning how to embrace this, allow it, to not invalidate it, but to see it as a means to your own progression, which I know you do very many times, but in this moment you are not, and that's understandable, and that is okay. The essence is that you have agreed to this on one level or another. So if you agreed to it, make the most out of it. Perhaps when your body kicks you, as you say, and of course, again, look at the choice of words. Your body is kicking you. No, my dear, you are kicking your body. You are kicking your body. When this occurs, yes, your plans may have to change for the day. What you are feeling currently energetically and physically capable of may need to adjust, but that's the whole point. You are learning how to do this moment by moment. You are learning how to go with the flow on this. You had such a well-planned life, Joanne, until this occurred. But on some deep level, the well-planned life was not what you desired. You desired a life of living purely from your heart. And when you live from the heart, the mind struggles because the mind wants to know everything. But it can't, because its particular gift and use and purpose is to simply observe everything. So what can you do in these moments? Yes, this is wonderful. We encourage you to take your butterfly. In fact, we encourage you and invite you to draw your butterfly. But don't just place it up on the wall with other drawings or stick it necessarily in a drawer, but place it somewhere precious and important to you. For as you recall from yesterday's journey, it was indeed very precious to you. So draw your butterfly. Draw your butterfly and put it in your current journal somewhere. It does not have to be a logical place. Just place it somewhere. Open the journal and smack it in if you wish. Fold it if whatever, however many times you wish. It does not have to be perfect, but put it in there. And when your body is hurting, turn to your butterfly. Turn to your butterfly that we found at the crossroads, at the intersection. For every time you experience pain in your body, you are at that crossroads. You are at that intersection. And my dear friend, remember the well. We realize that many of you do not know what we are referencing, but Joanne understands. Our dear friends, and we speak to everyone in the room today. We thank you so much for your presence today. We love answering your questions. We love coming to you in this form through our dear, dear Greg, and we love being present with you and sharing this space and this time. We encourage you deeply to be in the now, to ask your hearts what they want, to cut yourself some slack, to understand that the divine knows far more of what is going on for you and has everything handled. When you are sad, we encourage you to cry. When you are happy, we encourage you to feel that joy. When you are peaceful, we encourage you to feel the contentment of that moment. Wherever you are at, our dear, dear friends, be present with it. Love it. Allow it with love. For it is exactly where you are supposed to be right now. It is exactly 100% pure, perfect, and beautiful. And we understand that your minds do not always see these moments as pure and perfect and beautiful. But from where we sit and stand, and from our observation point, from the pure, positive energy of Source, we celebrate every single experience you have. And it is our deepest desire that you begin to learn how to at least make peace with every single experience you have, so that then that can lead to the freedom of choice of living the life of your choosing, which ultimately leads to being able to celebrate every aspect of your life. We realize this is part of the life journey and not accomplished all in one moment. But we leave you with this, and we know that Greg has something very special that we gave him earlier today that he would like to share with you. So thank you for your presence and your time here today. And we hope that you continue to do your best to love yourselves. Ooh, wow, I didn't expect a special message. That was for all of you. Wow. Florin, it is a choice to cut yourself some slack. You just have to practice choosing it. I'm going to cut myself some slack. I'm going to cut myself some slack. Why don't I explain what is very special? Bye, Peta. Thanks. Good to see you, dear. Take good care. Okay, so I have this wonderful new game for us. I didn't realize it came from the council, but yes, we'll take it. Very, very cool. You did, Sherry? Me too. It was really lovely. All right, so this game, you might want to take notes if you're a note-taker type. Otherwise, you can wait for me to make a recording on it. This is called the Immediate Self-Authorization Mantra Game. I know it's a mouthful, but I couldn't think of anything shorter. Okay, so this is how you play this game, and we're going to play this game right now. Oh, I forgot to check the chat. Joanne, I know I didn't ask if you were complete, but they knew it was over. So, okay, so we're going to play with this mantra, and here's the mantra. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. Okay, so here's how we play this game. I'm just going to say it again. I'll type it in. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. Instead of live, I typed love. That's funny. Thank you, Florin. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Erica, my beautiful assistant. Yes, I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. In fact, I didn't think of this. I invite and encourage everybody to type that into the comments right now. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. You don't have to type it out. I'm just saying an invitation. So here's how we play the game. You use this mantra and you say it 3 times, boldly and with conviction, like you are a loving authority, not with force, but with confidence and conviction, okay? And you say it 3 times without putting any particular emphasis on it, okay? I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. So you say it 3 times, just like that. So no special emphasis or extra oomph on any particular word. You just say it 3 times. And then, so we're going to do this. I'm giving the example right now. We're going to do it together after I give the example. So you can start or you can just wait, either one. So after you say it 3 times, then we're going to repeat it 8 times. But we're going to put emphasis on an individual word, and we're going to advance to the next word each time we repeat it. Okay? So for example, we'll do the 3 times. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. And then when we go into the 8 repetitions, we're going to say, I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my, and so on. Look at that. Everybody's saying, thank you. That's so cool. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. It's so cool to see you all saying it. Kay says, I struggle with choosing. I watched meditation yesterday on timeline jumping, but how do you know what you're choosing? By your feelings. That's a big, really awesome question, Kay, and I don't have time to answer it today, but I would love to answer it. So please come back for another one. All right. So, are we ready to play this game? It's not a hard game. It's really easy. Okay. So, I will say it. You can either say it with me or repeat after me, whichever works best for you. So we'll start with 3 times. I'll go as slowly as I can. Yes, thank you, Kay. Please do come back. I mean, you can also book a private with me if you really want to get into it, because there's a huge answer to that is much longer than 5 or 10 minutes. But yes, okay, here we go. This is the immediate self-authorization mantra game. So we're going to say our statement 3 times, very gently, boldly, and with loving conviction. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. And now we're going to repeat it, putting emphasis on each word one at a time. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. I hereby authorize myself to live the life of my choosing. It's not the life of my dreams, my friend. That's what they mean when they say the life of my dreams, the life of your dreams. It's the life of your choosing. How can I be so calm, Florin? Because I choose to be. Because a long, long time ago, Florin, during a time of great struggle and suffering, when my mind was busy looking at everything outside of myself as not going well, as going wrong, as being trouble, as harmful, as unsafe, as unsecure, as my lack of worthiness, etc., I had this aha. I had this moment when I realized that I really didn't give 2 hoots. Excuse my language, I know we're not supposed to swear in here, but I didn't give a fuck whether any of all that outside myself ever worked out. I just wanted to feel better. I just wanted to feel better. And then I got what I'd been hearing. I'd been hearing from Abraham Hicks for years, but the most important thing was that you feel good. I'd been saying in the morning, today, no matter what, no matter where I'm going, no matter who I'm doing it with, no matter where whatever, I forget the whole thing. It is my primary intention to feel good, or my primary intention to find things to appreciate. I didn't get it until this deep moment of suffering, this deep moment of pain and struggle, that it didn't give a crap whether any of the situations, circumstances, or scenarios in my life changed. I wanted to be happy. And that's when I started to understand that I don't need all those things to change in order to be happy. That happiness is a choice. It is a perspective. It is how we use our mind, what we look at. It is how we were designed to be here. Because when we're not exercising the power of our choice, we are basically living unconsciously, like robots. And I don't know about you, but I decided that I wanted to create the life of my choosing. And I am not always super good at it. I don't always like what I choose. I don't always do the best, but here's the thing. There are no wrong choices. Because I love what I heard a couple months ago. I used to say, always try and go for a win-win scenario, blah, blah, blah. I don't like win-lose scenarios. There's no such thing as a win-lose scenario. There's only win-learn. And every time we learn, we're winning. So it really is truly only a win-win scenario, because even when we lose, we're not losing, we're learning. And if we're winning when we learn, then we're really winning. So it's all about perspective. I've known that for years. So that's how I can be so calm. Now, later this evening, I might think something about where I'm supposed to go next on the 20th, and it might throw me way off my calm. But I have made a decision a long time ago. I set an intention to be a powerful chooser. And it starts with what we choose to think about. I may think about something that throws me off, but then I always have the freedom to choose differently in that moment. And like we were saying to Gary earlier, I said we again, even though I'm channeling, but I'm not channeling the council right now. But yeah, it's a we. They're sort of talking to me. This all comes down to investigating and unearthing our old beliefs and letting them go. If they feel heavy, if they feel like they're weighing us down, then there's a definition that we've created. In Joanne's example, when she gets upset and distraught, Joanne, sorry, I'm going to use you as an example. When she gets upset about her body, it's because she's believing something about her body or about something else or about her that is causing that upset, that causing the weightiness. She has defined how things should be a certain way. I know, I love you, and I know you trust what that I always say the highest and best as best I can. So, but yeah, she's basically facing up against how she's defined the situation to be, and she's put all of her eggs, or most of her eggs, not all, maybe most of her eggs, in the basket of my body needs to be perfect, or my body needs to feel right, or whatever it might be. It's going to vary from moment to moment, from experience to experience. It might get triggered by thoughts of unworthiness. It might get triggered about looking into the future, and suddenly then the mind will be like, well, there's no fucking way you can do that with your legs right now. That might be what the mind's saying, but the heart is saying, I see that, I feel that for me. I'm in the very same scenario right now, not physically. I know in my heart that I'm supposed to go to Tenerife. Yesterday, I met with a Spanish visa lawyer. Right now, there is no way that I can move there and stay. I only get 90 days there. There is no good option right yet. Unless I meet a European woman, fall in love, and get married or create a civil partnership and get a visa that way, there's no way I can live there other than for 3 months. So I had to course correct, because my whole goal this last 9 months has been to move, literally move, and make it my home. Well, the universe has given me some extra clarity about that. Will that still happen? I don't know, but I have to let go of the insistence of things being a certain way. I have to let go of my specific definitions of the restrictions and the limitations of how things are supposed to look, and I have to trust Source. I have to trust that my heart knows what's best. The mind will never know what's best. The mind can be used to help investigate and observe and look for what's best. In fact, the mind is beautifully skilled at looking around us for evidence of what is beautiful, for what is joyful, for what is love, for what is God, for what is Source. It's also very much skilled in looking for what's bad. So what do you choose to look at? That's up to you. It's a huge rant, but I hope this helps. Heart, teach my mind, Gary. Exactly. If you're struggling with anything, use my heart, teach your mind meditation. You never know, Sherry says. How exciting. Exactly, but Sherry, 2 days ago I wasn't excited. I was scared, I was stressed, and I was, how did the Jewish say, verklempt. I was just totally verklempt. I had all this black. Erica, I will talk to you soon, my dear. Good to see you. Yeah, go through the feels. But you use the feelings for what they are. They're not bad. They're an indication of how you're thinking. If you're having an uncomfortable feeling, it's indication that you are not thinking in the same direction as your higher source is looking, as your higher self is looking, because there is only one perspective that source ever has for you, and that's love. Always and ever. They don't commiserate with you, but they love us so much. Your guides, all of source, love you so much that if you insist on thinking a certain way, if you insist on suffering, if you choose suffering, they will allow it. That is true unconditional loving. They will support you in it. They will continue to bring manifestations that support that viewpoint to you. And you can stop and choose to think differently. Even if in that moment it's like, I'm just going to spend some time and watch a movie and not think about any of this other stuff. Sure, it feels like an escape for a moment, but you know what? If you feel better doing it, even just a little bit. So, thank you, Heather, for being here. I am going to wrap us up, guys, because we're 10 minutes over. This was a really powerful session. Thank you so much for your presence today, for your involvement. All of you being here contribute to this, whether you spoke up and said anything or not. Please do let me know. Reach out to me when you play the self-authorization mantra game, okay? I would love to hear your feedback on how it feels for you and whether it's working. I think that it will be incredibly empowering to do that. Yes, Florin, you're just full of thoughts, my dear. Let them go. Let them go. They're just thoughts. Nothing that ever happens in life in and of itself is significant, but how you view it, how you respond to it, and the definitions that you associate to it give it its significance. So there we go. Huge downloads today. I am going to send you all off. Thank you so much for being here today and joining us and contributing to the energy, contributing to the seeking of answers and guidance and the receiving of answers. So I love you all very much. Have a great time today, the rest of your day. I'll see you next week or at somebody else's live. So take care. Bye.